the favorite player, Wayne, or the dark horse, the dark cat, our yellow Protoss. Spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have our yellow Protoss player representing hot-headed gaming. It is NightPhoenix. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle. It is Wayne. Let's go. Skillus must be nerfed. He's too good. He's pretty good. It's pretty good, not gonna lie. But we'll see how this does turn out here. Now, we have been casting a lot of NightPhoenix already tonight, and Wayne as well, to be fair. But if you remember, we were casting NightPhoenix in the quarterfinals, and he was very, very fond of Void Ray play, of Sky Toss as well against his opponents, and that is not a bad kind of strategy to go for here on Oceanborn. Now, I wonder, was Wayne watching? Is Wayne aware? Just had to post something. As we are settling on into this here. So far, going to be getting into Arcade Expand, into a standard opener for the time being. Really, our eyes are on NightPhoenix for his tech of choice. And I imagine it's going to be a Stargate opener, but we'll see. Just because he was able to embrace Stargate play against young Yakov and bring him down, doesn't mean he can do the same against Wayne. They are different players, and Wayne is much more aggressive here in this matchup as well. He's much more willing to be in your face, much more willing to be knocking down your front door. Shout out to the Bob Toss. You. Oh my god, the predictions. No faith, Papi, no faith. Predictions heavily in favor of Wayne. I mean, personally, I mean, Wayne is the favorite player. Like 100%. Like, there's no doubting that. Oh, do delay the expansion. Wayne is the favorite player, but so was young Yakov, is the thing, right? Like, so was young Yakov, and NightPhoenix, I mean, he had his way with young Yakov. Had his way with him. Of course, NightPhoenix is a good friend of the channel. I want to believe that we can make a series out of this. Even if Wayne is the favorite player, I want to believe we can go all the way to the ace match. That's all I want, regardless of how this goes. Go. As there it is, Void Ray opener once again. So this shouldn't really be a surprise. Again, if you were here earlier today, we were casting NightPhoenix versus young Yakov. Void Ray opener. Now this can go a couple of different ways, and there it is. It's going to be a Void Ray opener into Glaive Adepts. This worked wonders against young Yakov multiple times, but will it work against Wayne? Wayne setting up on 3 bases, going to be joining up as well. Link speed on the way. Everything looking normal for the time being. Did invest into a lot of links though, and he won't really be able to make use of them too much. Now the Overlord is outside of the bases here, outside of the natural, and this Void Ray is on the hunt. The goal here is to shut down the Overlord to make sure that Wayne doesn't know what comes next. And NightPhoenix, he's looking for that Overlord, and he will come across it. Behind this, NightPhoenix should be expanding. Probe is moving out. I believe NightPhoenix hasn't seen these lings. Now he does, and the probe is going to be shut down. A nice catch there from Wayne. We'll delay the expansion. Expansion is delayed. Void Ray is revealed. And we can now get the space up and running. Immediately, we throw down a very fast Roach one. We cancel. Uh-oh. The Roach one is cancelled. It looks like Wayne, he was expecting a Twilight Council opener. When he saw the Void Ray, he cancels it. He's going into an Evo Chamber, going to +1 melee. But he's been bamboozled because we do need the Roach one, because Glaive Adepts are coming. Ay, ay, ay. Wayne misreading the situation. Initially he did, but is being fed misinformation. Is being bamboozled by this Void Ray. And what I will say is that you can defend without Roaches, that is true, but that means we need Banelings. And we don't have any. We don't have a Baneling Nest, we don't have a Roach Warren, only Lings and Queens. So this is going to be a tough hold here for Wayne. Not impossible, but difficult. It's going to be a difficult one. We'll see if he is up to the task. Last layer is on the way. We'll be saturating our bases, producing as many links as we can. This is a 5-minute 14-ish Roach Warren. Very late, and here come the Adepts. Behind this, Mass Void Ray. Mass Void Ray is going to be on the way. Lings are amassing. That's a lot of Lings. And we do not commit, thankfully. Adepts say shade into the third base. Drones are going down. Lings, they try to go first round, and they will collapse on these Adepts. The shade was too late. The shade was far too late here. These Adepts, they will be shut down. We do manage to shade into the mineral lines, both into the main base and into the natural. But the Spine Cooler finishes up just in time. We are getting damage done, though. Void Ray pulls back. We get 10, soon to be 11, soon to be 12. 11 drones. 11 drones go down. That's okay. That's an okay amount of damage, but we needed more. Ideally, we had more. Now, actually, never mind. So, we killed 11 workers, but we also forced out some Spine Crawlers. We had a Spine Crawler in the main base. We had a Spine Crawler here at the natural. This is also quite a big investment from Wayne. An investment that wasn't quite worth it. NightPhoenix, he's okay. He's coming out with more Adepts, catching some of these things as well, forcing a reaction. Roaches on the way, Hydras as well, as we are just amassing more Void Rays back at home. I do like the fast Hydra deck. I do appreciate the fast Hydras. As we do shade once again, 2 Adepts into that main base. Adepts into the main, Adepts into the third base, and once again, drones are going down. Really good target firing. Less so here, more so in the main base. As we get 12, 11, 11, 12, 13 drones go down. Ay, ay, ay. And Wayne, his economy is crippled. He's down to 50 drones. Barely an economy. He's going for a big counterattack, but he's going to be running into Mass Void. He runs into the Void Rays. He does confirm at least. Again, Hydra upgrades are on the way behind this, but NightPhoenix is in control. Catches more Lings. And we're not done. He just keeps going. The Adepts, they don't stop. We have Void Rays towards the natural, Adepts towards that third. There is no Spine Cooler here, but there are Roaches. We catch a Queen. Not quite. Meanwhile, we shade into the third base, and even though there are Roaches, we just focus down as many drones as we can. We get another 7. Another 8. Another 8 drones fall. And as we get into this, a big shout out to Luck in the chat as well. Thank you for subscribing for 10 months. Thank you, puppy. Thank you. As NightPhoenix is going to be moving out with his Void Rays back at home. We have plenty of Adepts to defend these things. They can do nothing. Nothing across the map. How many Hydras do we have? 6. 6 Hydras here at the third. Oh, this natural looking exposed. We're moving in with 5 Voids. Catch a Queen. Oh. Queen does get picked up. Yeah, we can fight these Hydras as well. Oh, big overextension though. We trade a Queen and a Hydra for a Void Ray. Good trade for Wayne. Wayne, he does get a good pick up there, but the Adepts, they keep amassing. The Adepts, they don't stop. That's some of these Lings. A handful of Adepts do shade across the map, but we have Hydras to defend. As we're working towards charge, working towards double Robo Colossus production. We're building up our Colossus count. NightPhoenix has been left perfectly fine back at home. His economy untouched. Could do with a 4th though. 4th is quite delayed here for NightPhoenix. As it is now on the way. We shade into the natural once again. A bigger overextension. These warriors are going to be going down. This is not worth it. We don't get the We don't get the hatchery. 2 Voids fall. Oh, but the drones. Oh my god. Maybe it was worth it. 14 workers go down. Ay, ay, ay. And the Voiders, they come back in. They want the hatchery. They're not going to get it. Oh, NightPhoenix getting too greedy. Far too greedy. Another 2 Void Rays fall. NightPhoenix has been doing well for himself, but every now and then has been overextending. 5 Void Rays have fallen already. We don't have the critical mass that we once did. And Wayne is recovering. He's re-droning, resaturating his bases. Sure, he lost a lot of workers, but he's replacing them. Like, NightPhoenix is doing a great job here harassing with his Adepts. I do feel like that his Void Ray commitments have been lackluster. Like, multiple times now. He's been bleeding out a lot. As we're building up towards Colossus, we do have the Fleet Beacon. Could be getting into carriers. Carrier production underway. And here we go, Wayne. He is amassing his army. He is maxing out here on Roach Ravager Hydra. Viper's in production as well. We are pushing in. And NightPhoenix just barely has an army. Barely has anything less. Has Colossus, a handful of them. Has a couple of Void Rays. But the sheer amount of Hydras may just be too much. We catch the Void Rays out once again. Colossus, they're going to be going ham, but there's nothing to support here, as the Colossus are so exposed. 1, 2, 3 of them go down. And Wayne, he has too much. He resets the army. He's going to pull back. But he just killed 4 Colossi. 4 Colossus for 21 Hydras. A worthwhile trade here for Wayne. It's a worthwhile trade. Behind this, NightPhoenix is stuck at home turtling. He's down 30, 40 supply. Building up once again on Void Rays on carriers. Sorry, Void Rays on Colossus. No carriers yet. And we have Vipers, that's the thing. Like Wayne, he has refined his army. We're getting drones? I mean, I have to give props where props to due with NightPhoenix. He's been doing a great job harassing with Adepts, but unfortunately, that is not enough. We yoink in the Colossus. 1 goes down, 2, then 3. Every Colossus falls. We get the power bomb here on the Void Rays. Adepts are doing what they can. They're trading well here against those Hydras, but there's just not enough. The number is working against NightPhoenix. I do feel like his 4th was quite late here, and yeah, losing those Void Rays earlier just made his army that much weaker. He's trying to hold on. Continuing to pump out as many Colossus as he can. We don't have detection, by the way. Oh, the mothership pulling back. We're holding. We can fight this. As the mothership pulls back to the safety of the overcharge. NightPhoenix taking a pretty good trade here. Surprisingly good trade. Popping that cloak. Carriers on the way. NightPhoenix, he has been able to maintain his economy. That's the important thing. His worker count has been looking solid. We are pushing in. Here comes the Viper. The Colossus. The Yoinks, they come in. Only 1 though. Only 1 is available. Mothership finally goes down. We pull back to the shield batteries, but again, it's not going to be enough. Another Colossus falls. Wayne does overextend for a moment. He's burning to his bank. And I'm chasing down some of these Hydras. Good pickups here by NightPhoenix, and this is still up in the air here. The carrier count is slowly getting higher. Clutch warp in there at a NightPhoenix does wall off. Does hold. Behind this, we're still committing here to Ling Hydra Viper. We're still just maxing out. NightPhoenix, he has a moment to breathe, throwing down additional cannons, additional shield batteries, trying to muster up his defenses here. Where are the carriers? There we go. They have arrived. Carriers, they have arrived. And honestly, NightPhoenix, he's close to stabilizing. He just needs 1 more fight to go his way. And then he can start building up his army once again. Yoinks are going to be coming in. We get a carrier. We get 2. Big pickups. Oh my, we get 1? Oh, that is not ideal. 1 carrier goes down. NightPhoenix taking a good fight. But is he overextending? Yeah, he is. He does push a little bit too far out. Another carrier falls, but we have Cloak. We have no detection. We're able to take a better fight. Where are our Overseers? 0. There we go. We have 4 Overseers on the way. They are in production. NightPhoenix is going to be pulling back. Adept's going to be shading over towards the right-hand side. We do have some Spine Crawlers in position. And unfortunately, no High Temple. We have no counter to these abductions. Yeah, we shut them down. We have ducked almost everything here. Yeah, without High Templar, there's no feedbacks. No way to deal with that. We do have Adept shading in, but we have Spine Crawlers in position as well. Fifth base is denied. And it looks like NightPhoenix, he's on his last legs here. Wayne has finally done it. Resetting all the carriers and most of the Colossus. Overcharge not good enough. Impressive that NightPhoenix has been able to hold on like this and has been able to, again, survive. But he's barely treading water. And for like the third time, his army was reset. He has to build up his Colossus from scratch once again. The carriers, the motherships. And all Wayne has to do is just regather energy on his Vipers. Vipers are topping up. Lurkers are on the way. I have to say, do you manage to find some damage here towards the left-hand side? Base is exposed. Roaches turn back around. Drones are being targeted once again. But here come the Lunkers. And here come the Yoinks as well. The abductions are just too good. Hydras, a stutter step forward here on top of the army. No more Colossi remaining. Barely anything left. And it looks like Wayne has finally done it. GG gets called. Wayne, he takes game number 1. GG. That was game 1, by the way. GG, well played. Oh my god. Again, a pretty intense game. NightPhoenix, he had his moments. I do think, though, that unfortunately he was a little bit too overzealous with his Void Rays at the start. He was doing great, like, with his Adepts. He was killing so many drones throughout the course of that entire game with his Adept harass. But his transition into Colossus, his transition into Void Rays, his 4th base, all of that was lacking and did slow him down and did allow Wayne to gain, of course, quite a bit of momentum, quite an advantage. There were some moments where it looked like maybe NightPhoenix would be able to hold on and survive, and he was surviving, but never really living. Here we go. We're getting ready for game number 2. Game número 2. Here we go. There were some cheeky moves with the mothership as well. I appreciated it. Did appreciate it. So we are loading on in and spawning in the bottom left-hand corner of Solaris. We have our Ukrainian Protoss player, the yellow Protoss, representing hot-headed gaming. Down in this series, looking to fight back. It is NightPhoenix. And spawning in the top right-hand corner, we have the red Zerg player representing Starlight Twinkle, leading the series 1-0. It is Wayne. There we go. Yeah, it was a pretty intense game overall, and NightPhoenix, he definitely had his moments. He had his moments in that game, but just barely wasn't able to piece it all together. Wasn't able to bring it all together to have a solid mid-game. Like, the mid-game was a struggle for NightPhoenix. But we'll see. We'll see how he does adjust in game 2. Prep Scout going to be moving out. We're going to be faking a cannon rush. Let's go! We saw this against Young Yakov as well, where Young Yakov did not take the baits, and Wayne, he sends one drone to the low ground, so it's going to force a bit of inefficient mining, but only one drone. As we do cancel that pylon. Yeah, it's a bit of damage dealt, but not ideal. NightPhoenix, he was hoping for a little bit more. That's behind this is getting into his gate expand. Cybercore on the way. Here we go. Zombies just don't work without High Templar. They struggle, yeah. The problem is, well, obviously the problem was that because of the rocky start from NightPhoenix, he was just never able to muster up a large enough army to transition tech-wise into High Templar. I'm sure it's something that he wanted. I'm sure that it's something that he would love to incorporate, but again, like just time and time again, he had to just recommit and rebuild his Colossus over again, rebuild his carriers over again as well. Wayne was doing such a great job at just trading with the army and keeping the tech low. And stopping any kind of, again, tech transition into Storm, into High Templar, or the like. Until then, though, we're getting into our next game. It's a game number 2. Once again, a Stargate opener. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if we go for another Void Ray. I wouldn't be opposed to even another Glaive Adept opener, to be honest. Like, again, winding it back, he killed so many drones that last game. Like, it was great. It was definitely something that he can maybe use to boost his confidence a little bit as well. Being aware that he can pull Wayne apart, can definitely try to pull apart his attention and his multitasking. As I say that, it's going to be an Oracle opener. Oracle first, Adepts, they do recall back home. Just in time to avoid that link speed. As we recall, the links are going to be moving out across the map. Wayne are going to be looking to delay that third base for as long as he can. Contain NightPhoenix to 2 bases. At least until the Oracles pop out. There we go, we have a safety shield battery behind this. First Oracle has arrived. Second Oracle is on the way. Now, winding it back, if you remember the series against Young Yakov, NightPhoenix also went for Mass Oracle one of those games. He went double Stargate Mass Oracle. As there's another Twilight Council. Okay. I appreciate this. Oracle gets across the map. Ooh, takes a lot of damage though by the Spore. Ooh, getting one more drone. 2 in total. That's a lot of damage being dealt. But I like this. So this looks like a standard game. This looks like a standard opener. Oracle into a third base. Lings are being cleaned up. Third soon to be taken. But behind this, a cheeky Glaives. Cheeky Glaive Adepts here. The downside is that this Overlord is going to going in for a scout. The Overlord is going for a dive. We need to shut down this Overlord. We need to stop it from scouting. As the Twilight Council is done, and it looks like we have charge on the way, and we are continuing that Oracle production. Gateway's being thrown down. Oh, the Overlord doesn't go further in, actually. Interesting. Meanwhile, NightPhoenix getting across the map as well. The Queens are in position, though. The Oracles won't find any more damage. It's going to be, I believe, 6 gates in total. So 6 gate charge as a follow-up. Did we cast NightPhoenix where he went for a fake third base and went for a charge all-in? I want to say that occurred. I want to say that occurred over the weekend. As Oracles move out and Lings, they do come in. Again, we are continuing Oracle production. So it's going to be Charge Lots and Mass Oracle from NightPhoenix. Did a variation of this against Young Yakov. How many Oracles? We have soon to be 4. I imagine we're going to be pushing with 5 or 6. As Adepts, they're going to be shut down. They do get surrounded. Yeah, rough loss there for NightPhoenix. As he is going to be shut down. Charge is done. We're coming in a little bit too soon, though. We're going straight for the base. We're going straight for the hatchery. And the hatchery is going to be cancelled. Up, up. Oh, that's a kill. No, sure, that's a kill, not a cancel. The Zealous Age arrived to reinforce. The Ling's going to be going down. We go straight for the Queens. So far, good control here from NightPhoenix. Does pull back, but one Phoenix goes down. Sorry, one Oracle goes down. So does another. The Chargers, they want the Queens. They will not get them. They barely will. A decent trade from NightPhoenix. Again, 300 minerals down the drain. But he lost 2 Oracles. That was brutal. We need to keep the Oracle count high. Again, without Oracles, how do we deal with all these Lings? Zealots on the way. Second Stargate. Fleet Beacon in production for Skytoss. Chargers, they come across another base. This time it canceled, thankfully. We do force a cancel. Lings are forced back. They are forced back home. And NightPhoenix, he has the freedom he needs to get into Sky Toss. For now. Meanwhile, we're going Ling Hydra. You don't see this too often, but Ling Hydra is going to work very well here against the Oracles and the would-be Sky Toss. Mothership is on the way. Hydras have been revealed. And I'm curious where NightPhoenix goes with this. He's aware of the Hydras, and he is going for carriers. Okay. Rushing into carriers. Big Zealot counters here towards the natural. Oracles, they do dive on that would-be fourth. Zealots are being cleaned up. They get stuck here in the mineral lines. We're getting a lot of damage done, but I don't think we have the DPS for this. It's going to be close. Up, up, up. We do force a cancel, just barely. Over and over again, we deny the fourth base, containing Wayne here to 3-base economy. But can we survive the counterattack? Can we survive the push? Banelings are on the way. Hydras are amassing. We have what to defend? We have a handful of units. Zealots, a Void Ray, a couple of Oracles. Shield batteries are in production. Baneling's going to be rolling in. I think we're just too greedy. I think even with the mothership. Here we go. Here we go. The Lingbane Hydra has arrived. We do have a cloak. Do activate our cloak. Can force us back for a moment. I feel like we can still commit though. Overlord speed now on the way for that detection. Overseer's coming in. We are collapsing this position. The carriers arrive just in time. It's going to be a tight hold here for NightPhoenix. Slow zone is thrown down. Hydras, the concave is insane. And we are just stutter stepping forward. It looks like there's just too much. Without any splash damage, there's no way to get away with this. No way to deal with the Hydras. Yes, we are breaking in. There's just nothing left here on the ground. NightPhoenix being forced further and further back. The Banelings, they crash into the sentries. And there's just nothing remaining here. We have detection. Cloak is not good enough. GG gets called, and Wayne will take game number 2. GG. GG, well played. Once again, NightPhoenix had an interesting start. He was able to achieve quite a lot. Killed some queens, killed a hatchery, denied bases. But doing all of this and rushing into Skytoss, as we can see, it's being punished. It's being punished quite hard by Wayne. Trying to race our way into carrier production, it's just not really working out here. We can't get away with it. At least not against Wayne. Again, a much more sensible transition from here is like getting into Blink Stalkers, Immortals, Colossus even, will be a little bit faster. A little bit safer. But I guess that also goes to show that NightPhoenix, he's aware that against Wayne, he has to cut corners, and even if it's risky, like if he gets away with it, then that's how he wins. But we'll see. We'll see if we can pull it off. Because we're on match point. We are on match point. As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Site Delta, we have our Ukrainian Protoss player. The yellow Protoss representing Hot-Headed Gaming. Down in the series, he has to fight back here and now to have a chance at forcing the ace match. It is NightPhoenix. And spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the Red Zerg player, representing Starlight Twinkle, leading the series 2-0. It is Wayne. Here we go. We do force the unnatural, natural hero of NightPhoenix. We have been mixing it up. That's what's important here. Game 1 was Void Ray into Glaive Adepts. Game 2 was Mass Oracle into Charge. What do we whip out here in Game 3? What else did we see NightPhoenix do against Young Yakov? We saw a Twilight Council opener into straight up Blade Adepts. That did occur at one point. That's what we've seen. I wouldn't be opposed to going double Stargate Void Ray either, even as an opener. We shall see. We shall see how we get there. So now he's going to be pulling back. Pulling back. Just going to be confirming the opener, making sure there's no early gas, no early spawning pool, making sure that Wayne is playing standard, and that he does have an expansion. And NightPhoenix just kind of checking everything on his opponent. Well, based on our pylon location, looks like a Stargate opener from our yellow Protoss. With that, we can go into Oracles, go into Void Rays. Alright, he went Mass Phoenix that one game. True. Did it go Mass Phoenix against Young Yakov? Yeah, it would make sense if we see that again here. Now they're going to be avoiding those Lings. Oh! They have arrived, and this turn base is going to be delayed a little bit here by NightPhoenix, but it should be on the way without too much issue. Oh! Does not get the pylon. The hatchery is thrown down. So overall, nice handling of the situation by Wayne. Does clean everything up. As it is in fact going to be the Stargate. Stargate into Oracle, as to be expected. But what comes afterwards? Here we go. We have Adepts going to be threading a shade towards the main. We have our Oracles on the way. And we've seen a lot of aggression out of NightPhoenix, but do we finally get a standard opener? Oh! As we do come into the shade, workers are going to be going down. We get 3. We get the 4, and even a 5th drone. 6 drones. Oh my god. Wait, what? 6 drones for 2 Adepts. This is a great trade here for NightPhoenix. Back at home, though, we do force a counterattack. Lings, they're going to be moving out, heading towards that 3rd base. But the Oracle is in position. We will defend. Lings, they do rock up once again here. The Oracle doesn't have enough. And no show. Do we force a cancel? The base is going to be cancelled. Even though NightPhoenix, he did so much damage across the map. He did beautifully with his Adepts. Is going to be cancelling that 3rd. And Wayne, he's in control. Behind this, NightPhoenix going for a 2-base all-in. We go for a big gateway explosion. Roadblock on the way. Twilight Council as well. All or nothing. 6 gateways here for NightPhoenix. Did I say 6? 7? 8? 8 gate all-in. It's all or nothing. I don't think this was the initial plan, but it is now what we have to work with. So it's gonna be an 8-gate charge all-in. Wayne getting ready back at home, not fully aware of what's going on. Hasn't been able to scout much of anything, which is concerning. 3rd base soon to be taken, and we are going for Banelings, which is... It's okay. Banelings can be useful here in the defense, but we do still need Roaches. And we've reached the 5-minute mark. No Roach Warren. No. No Roach Warren in sight. So it's going to be a tight defense here for Wayne. Seeing chat, someone asking, is it going to be a patch before the tournament? Nope. No patch before the tournament. No map pool before the tournament. And what do you mean? We've had this map pool for like, what, 4 months? 3 months? We got it in like beginning of October. So October, yeah, like just under 4 months. It's too soon to be asking for a new map pool. Aye, aye, aye. Give us at least half a year, but and a new patch as well. Like yeah, it's only a couple of months old. Here we go. The all-in has arrived. We have a massive amount of Zealots. Void Ray pushing in Oracle as well. We do have some Banelings. Bailey's there looking for some connections. Decent connections here on the Zealots. Good stasis trap though. But there's just too much on the ground. The Bailey's they will connect. And juicy connections on those Zealots. The Queens come in and NightPhoenix is being swatted away. At the same time, we get a couple of Zealots here in the main, but likewise they get cleaned up. We are reinforcing. We are going to be reinforcing. We do see NightPhoenix, he's slowly breaking through. He's getting on top of the Queens. But we have plenty of reinforcements, and we are cleaning this up. NightPhoenix, not enough momentum. Void Ray goes down, and we surround whatever is left. And that's going to be all we had left here. GG gets called. Good luck in the next round, and Wayne will take the series 3-0, advancing on to the Grand Finals. GG. GG, well played. Big shout to Wayne here for winning the series 3-0. Very impressive performance. There were moments definitely where NightPhoenix was looking good, but just wasn't enough to get a win in the end. A shout out to NightPhoenix though, did make a series out of it. I know it was a 3-0, but again, outside of this last game, wasn't the most one-sided of series or games. I don't know if that really does it justice, especially game one. Game one was pretty tense. Game one was pretty intense, and maybe the best showing that NightPhoenix had in this series. Game 2 and Game 3, a little bit less so. From here, though, congratulations to Wayne. He advances on to the Grand Finals, and we have our finalists confirmed. We have them confirmed. Earlier, we casted the upper semifinals. Skillus was able to bring down Nickract 3-1. Did drop a map, but did advance on. And now Wayne advances on to face off against him. Wayne versus Skillus will be the Grand Finals to crown our Christmas Cup champion. Let's go. Who will it be? Wayne and Skillus. They did come into this tournament as the favored players. That is true from the very beginning. And no one could stop them from meeting in the finals. It had to be. There was only one real finals here. There was only one chance, only one option. Wayne versus Skillus. Let's go. Let us go. Vetoes are underway, and we will soon be diving into this. Now, before we do, again, I want to give a big shout out to some of the organizers of this event as well. I want to give a shout out to Hatsu. Hatsu is casting over on her own channel. Bratok as well. Bratok, a big part of this tournament, a big part of this event as well. Also casting over on his channel, did give him a raid yesterday. As well as Nickract. Nickract, who competed, of course, Nickract, who competed and who was a part of the semifinals. So really cool to see. Really cool to see Nickract a part of that. So yeah, they were the organizers of the event. We have plenty of sponsors as well. When I say sponsors, I mean people in a part of the community. They did donate to boost the prize pool. What's beautiful. GG. GG. And yeah, it's been really cool to see this event kind of being run for the entire month. We didn't cast all of it. We only focused on the later rounds. But I mentioned before that this event, there was a bronze to silver portion. There was like a diamond edition, a platinum edition, a masters edition as well. We were busy casting WTL at the time, so we couldn't cover everything. But Bratok, Hatsu, and Nickract and MindoVK, they were all casting it on their own channels. And yeah, really cool to see that they made events for some of the lower leagues just for the end of the year, for Christmas Cup. That's the point, you know, just like kind of a big end of year celebration for everyone involved. And there was a lot of participation. Like even when we started casting, we casted around 64 GMs were a part of this tournament a couple of days ago, and we've been just working our way through them, cutting away at all of our players, and yeah, it's been great. It's been a great time, been a lot of fun.